Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound. Today, we're going to do a little bit of elementary education, and our focus on this video is going to be, let's see, how about a coin error? More specifically, laminations. If you are just now getting into coin collecting, or maybe you have some coins that you don't know a lot about, okay, this is a type of videos that you'll watch on my channel to help kind of acclimate yourself with, certain things within the coin hobby. So, laminations, what exactly are they? And I've done a video of this type in the past, and it's been a number of years. So this is more of a refresher course for a lot of you out there. If you check out this Jefferson nickel, you notice that it looks like the top layer of the coin had fallen off or disappeared at one point. Okay, so everything kind of starts in the beginning, and that is the actual planchet creation. Typically, the planchets are sent; they're outsourced to a company that produces the strips, and then they're subsequently punched out. Okay, there are some strips that are of lesser quality, I guess you would say, than some of the others, and the production of the strips is a multi-step process. So if you have, like, say, a clad coin that is copper nickel clad, then you can imagine that's a few different layers. Okay, much like this nickel right here, where the nickel composition is made up of many layers of nickel, and if the individual layers aren't kind of annealed properly, this is where you're going to get the issues of just pieces kind of like shaving off the thing, and they'll fall off. Sometimes they'll be retained. In this instance of a 1942 nickel, this whole third of the nickel right here had fallen off at one point. In the error hobby, or part of numismatics, if you're able to find the retained piece, whether it's still on the coin or maybe it's, say, in a mint bag or a roll, okay, that always makes it a lot more valuable. Now, don't get me wrong, okay, laminations are pretty neat, but they are pretty common. You could go back into coins from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and all the way into the 70s. Laminations pop up pretty regularly, and it's because of that the supply, outdoing the demand. Even in today's market, these don't fetch hundreds and thousands of dollars like some of the other errors that exist in coin collecting. So you want to realize that, but it's always neat to pull something out like this. You instantly turn a coin that customarily is worth about face or maybe double face, and it's worth about $1 at that point. In the case of a coin like this, if you have the entire face of the coin completely fallen off, and the whole lamination affects the one side of the coin, you're going to be talking about a coin that could be worth $10 to $25. Okay, and it really depends on the denomination. It depends on the age. Older coins are going to be worth just a hair more, not too much more, because that's where a lot of the planchet annealing issues came up, was in those earlier decades. So that's an example of a nickel. Here's one that I had found recently in a bag of wheat cents. And on this one, it has the retained piece. This actually was folded over the edge of the coin and onto the obverse. Actually, this piece right here was folded over the coin onto the obverse. And what I did was I just unfolded it back, and as opposed to putting it back on the reverse side of the coin, I just kind of left it hanging out. And what I'll do is I'll take the coin, and I'm not going to sell it because it's not worth a ton of money that way. Something like this is worth about 50 cents to $1. But it's a really neat kind of like talking point oddity in coins. You know, coins are not perfect, okay? Whether it's US coins, Canadian coins, or any other sort of foreign coins, they all have their, you know, substantial issues on them. And it all stems from production quality. Aside from that, the US Mint does a fantastic job on the quality of some of their coins. But whereas you and I are collectors, we make more money off their mistakes. So this would be one kind of another minor lamination right here with the attachment still on there. So that's a pretty neat piece, and it's a 1945 Lincoln Wheat. And I have one here that I've shown on video before, and I think it's worth mentioning. This 1941 right here has a completely detached long strip that goes across Lincoln's face. If you can see it right here, you can actually see some of the original mint coppery red underneath here. The coin has circulated over time, but the planchet was annealed pretty badly, therefore leaving the half of the strip hanging off the thing. So what I did was I just peeled it off, and it's not a coin that I intend on selling. It's more for educational purposes. But here is the strip, and you know, I have the entire piece. It didn't break, which is pretty neat. And you know, it's a good educational talking point, much like, you know, what I'm trying to illustrate to each and every single one of you out there. So that's laminations in a nutshell. Again, laminations come in various different sizes, shapes. It can affect both sides of a coin, depending on how bad the actual planchet was. If you get an end of strip type planchet and it was subsequently struck, you know, you're going to get some pretty amazing things happening like with that coin. But laminations, again, are fantastic. You know, you can pull them aside and, you know, they're worth a little bit of money. You can't get rich on them, even if you found 1,000 of them. They come up pretty regularly in, you know, like pocket change. Most folks that do a lot of the old mint bags or old just mixed bags of wheat cents will come across these a lot. Buffalo nickels have tons of laminations, which actually kind of hurts the value on some of the key dates. So like a 23S with lamination peels all over it will be worth about 25 to 40% less than what a commensurate grade would be, problem free, of the same coin. So that is Coin Error 101 for you. Lamination peels and bad defective planchets. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give me a great big like and please subscribe. Blue Ridge Silverhound appreciates it. Yeah, I'm referring to myself to my channel name. That's funny. But anyways, I appreciate your guys' time. Love you guys. And as always, peace. Have fun. See ya.